it's supposed to feel.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life. I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna sing my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la. La 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 la. Oh, 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 la 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 la. La 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 la. Oh, oh. 6 a.m. and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day. I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la. La 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 la. Oh, 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 la 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 la. La 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 la. Oh, oh.
No, I'm not. Look, I just like to say, in terms of Gacy, if you don't know the real Joe Gacy, go to YouTube before Extreme Rules starts and look up Joe Gacy in CZW. See why the White Rabbit gimmick would fit him, and you won't be disappointed. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
For some reason. There we go. Alright, everything says that my stream is still going and that I'm still live. I think I lost internet for a second. But let me see if I can grab Tony back in here. Let's get him back into the chat here. Well, I had topics I wanted to talk about, but before the pay-per-view started, but forgive me while I work on this. I might just take it from the top in a minute with the intro video and everything. Ian, if you're still there, how do I feel about the one Extreme Rules match on the card? I think that's kind of how it should be. With the Extreme Rules concept, the main event should be the Extreme Rules match, and then the way Extreme Rules has been before was that you had a submission match and you had a different cage match and this and that, and that's what we've got tonight. We've got some different gimmick matches. If they were all Extreme Rules matches, the Extreme Rules itself wouldn't mean anything. So the main event, Ronda Rousey and Liv Morgan, is an Extreme Rules match. And then you have other gimmick matches to surround it. I think that's sort of the concept of Extreme Rules. I'm cool with that. Tony, I got you back.
Yeah, I actually... just go off what you're saying. That's an aspect of Extreme Rules tonight that I really enjoy. Not everything has to be an Extreme Rules match, but every match has an extreme aspect to it. Right now they're showing the promo to the strap match. I mean... The strap match used to be, back in the 70s and 80s, one of the greatest match types ever that would really be reserved for extreme rivalries. So to have it on the Extreme Rules match, it's perfect. It lives in the spirit of what Extreme Rules is.
Agreed, absolutely. All right, so real quick, we got about 20 minutes. It looks like I finally got all of Tony's demons out of our stream here, hopefully. And my internet, I live in Florida, and I don't know if it had anything to do with the hurricane, but since the hurricane, my internet's been really spotty. So, even though we kind of were thankfully missed, but... Next week, I'm changing to 1 gig internet with a different company, and it should be a lot better. But all right, so we're going to talk about real quick here all the stuff going on behind the scenes in AEW, specifically Andrade and Sammy Guevara, but obviously what that means as a whole with everything that's been going on backstage in AEW. And Jesus, Tony, your demons are still affecting your camera, but whatever, we'll just push on through. It'll get tiny, it'll get big, we'll deal with it. We'll have Tiny Tony sometimes, it'll work.
Story of my life.
But so obviously we all saw on Twitter the beef between Andrade and Sammy Guevara, and this time, we've seen wrestlers beef on Twitter before, and okay, 99% of the time it was a work, or at least mostly a work. This felt more real to everyone, to all of us. We're all like, oh yeah, they're really going at it here. And sure enough, Dynamite comes, and the most up-to-date information we have, according to Meltzer, which you can take or leave it, but according to Meltzer and the Observer, Andrade's trying purposely to get fired so he can go back to the WWE. And when Andrade got to the building for Dynamite on Wednesday, he was specifically told, don't fight each other. They were both specifically told, don't fight each other, and Andrade was specifically told, you're not going to get fired if you go and fight Sammy Guevara. It's not going to happen. You'll get sent home, but you're not going to get fired. And Andrade said, don't worry, nothing's going to happen. There's going to be no fighting. Sure enough, he comes across Sammy Guevara, and he just, some say he sucker punched him. Either way, he threw the punch. The first punch, supposedly one of 3 punches, that he swung them all. And then the fight was broken up. Andrade was sent home. Sammy Guevara, due to the circumstances that it was just seemed more like it was Andrade trying to get fired rather than a legitimate beef and fight. Sammy Guevara, this is now why, at least the excuse is, why he was able to stay and still wrestle in the main event. Obviously, you've got the background of all the CM Punk and Elite drama behind this. Tony, what are your thoughts on this whole mess and the state of the AEW locker room as a whole?
Well, actually, I have a couple thoughts on this. My first thought being is we all love professional wrestling. There's no doubt about it. That's why we do the show each and every week. But are wrestlers like the biggest bitches on the face of the earth? Like, did you see any marks on Sammy Guevara's face for getting sucker punched? I mean, come on. I think what it is, it's a lot much to do about nothing. There's the rumors about the locker room souring on Sammy. Then you get into the Andrade trying to get fired aspect. And originally I was kind of like, scuttlebutt, hearsay, whatever. And then you realize when you watch SmackDown last night that they started Legion del Fantasma's stable, and who's their heater? None other than Andrade's wife, Queen Selena. So it looks like Triple H is already setting all the
let me
groundwork.
pause you there. What are you talking about Andrade's wife? Andrade's wife is Charlotte.
That's right. Selena was his old manager.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. I apologize, folks. I had a crazy night, and I'm still not completely recovered. White Rabbit. On TV right now. This is really being heavily fucking implied that something's going to happen.
Well, see, I missed it because apparently in all the screw up, my stream was behind. But, so let me make sure I'm back live and already back to Jerry Lawler talking. I did see, obviously, what they aired and segue here in the White Rabbit. Well, we'll get to that when the show itself starts. Back to the AEW mess here. Andrade and Guevara. It was fun just to watch Twitter and the online wrestling community just kind of immediately just be so anti-Sammy Guevara, which to me is kind of fun and great because he's just got that look and that face. He's got that punchable face, right? And he's such a good heel.
Yeah.
That everyone just immediately was like, oh, this young punk kid being an idiot, running his mouth. And then as the story starts to come out that, no, this is Andrade being unprofessional, quite frankly, and trying to get fired from his contract so he can go back to be with his wife and with Triple H. So that was fun to kind of see. Obviously, in that time before we got the most recent story, just, the way all these little rumors came out about how certain people feel about Guevara backstage, and even Moxley's comment on Dynamite about punk kids or young kids that whatever. So it was certainly interesting. Sammy Guevara is obviously a young kid who's got no compunction about opening his mouth and maybe saying a little too much. But Andrade's the one that acted unprofessionally here. I think that's pretty clear at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't... Sammy Guevara is like the ultimate heel because his face is so punchable. But at the same time, for as in the right as you may feel Andrade is, when it comes to how angry he is backstage, when you feel like he's being underutilized, he absolutely screwed the pooch on this. And the reason that made me think this even more was I was scrolling through TikTok, and Keeping It 100 has a clip TikTok where they talked to Conan about Andrade at some point this week. Did an interview where he opened up about how he's never going to work for AAA again. He feels like AAA screwed him over, made him come to the building too early, didn't feed him, didn't pay him on time. So, is Andrade just trying to burn down every bridge in hopes that Daddy Trips is going to re-sign him?
Well, he's still got a working relationship with NJPW, which obviously doesn't bode well also for his relationship with AAA. But he's still got options, but this isn't a good look for him for sure. And much the same way, that, why would WWE want Punk with all the trouble he's caused? Why would the WWE want to take Andrade in if he gets a little disappointed in his run there? Is he just going to cause trouble and try to leave there too? Hopefully for Charlotte's sake he wouldn't do that, but you never know. Go ahead.
I think that's his only saving grace at this point, is because he's married to Charlotte. If he gets re-signed, it's a Flair favor and nothing more.
Right. All right. Ian, you get through a few questions at us. We'll get to them in just a minute. I want to talk real quick about the news that dropped in Variety, of all places, about the WWE announced teams. For Raw, it's going to be Corey Graves will still be doing color, and Kevin Patrick will be play-by-play. Byron Saxton will be moving to the Stickman backstage doing interviews. We also have Michael Cole obviously continuing on SmackDown, but with Wade Barrett being moved up from NXT, while Pat McAfee is still gone doing College Game Day. Pat McAfee will return and take Wade Barrett's place once college football is over. So to that end, I would assume Booker T on NXT being the color commentator alongside Vic Joseph. He will only be the NXT color guy until Wade Barrett comes back, after Pat McAfee comes back. But what do you think of the announcer shakeup here? And I love that they're all two-man teams. No more three-man teams for Raw. I always hated that. I find it annoying even in AEW. Sometimes you'll have like 5 men up in the announcer booth because they'll have like rotating people coming in and out and whatever. It's just, it gets so unwieldy to me in AEW. Here you've got 3 two-man announced teams, and I love it. What do you think of this?
First off, to just what you just said, sometimes the AEW announced team is a little much. Personally, what I'd like to see is a permanent 3-man team that would consist of Ian Riccaboni, Caprice, and Taz. And then a 4th for like the main event. Bring out good old JR, because let's face it, I'm nostalgic as hell. That is the voice of my childhood.
Right.
So, as far as Raw, love having Corey Graves. This Kevin dude, he's... something about him kind of rubs me the wrong way. And I don't know what it is just yet. Like, I can't put my finger on it. Wade Barrett and Cole on fucking SmackDown is going to be beautiful. I love Wade Barrett. I also love the fact that they addressed Pat McAfee's role when he comes back after College Game Day is over this year. And NXT, Booker T. I think Booker T is an underrated announcer. I love him on these pre-shows, even like the guest commentary work he used to do in TNA back in the day when he was King Booker. It really bears going back to watch because it's just hilarious. So, for the most part, I'm good with this. You just kind of have to wonder what the mindset of Byron Saxton is, kind of getting the demotion, if you will.
Yeah, I was surprised they stuck with Byron Saxton as long as they did. He never came off, and I'm sure he's a good guy. This is nothing against him, but he just always sounded a little too, I don't know. I just didn't buy him. He wasn't very good. And he certainly got a lot better. When he first started on that booth, he was horrific, I feel. And, over the last couple of years, he's improved, but he's never been to the level of really anyone else that we're talking about right now, as far as I'm concerned, and many others. So I'm happy to see him more back in a role that I think best suits him, is the stick man, is the Go ahead.
But that is the one thing about it, though, I enjoyed was Byron's squeaky clean on-screen persona that complemented Corey Graves' savior misbehavior persona. It made for a lot of good banter that I'm gonna personally miss, but you're right. I think he will fare better as the stick man.
Corey Graves, yeah, it certainly gave Corey Graves a bit of a foil to bounce off of. Can't deny that, though. I think Kevin Patrick, he's got that white meat good guy kind of, at least that look with the perfect white teeth and the smile, and I don't know his voice that well. We'll see how it fares on Raw, but it might give him someone better. I'm sure they did chemistry tests. Who works well? We're going to keep Corey on Raw. Which one of these guys works well with Corey Graves? And maybe that was the best fit between the two with the best chemistry fit with Corey Graves. So we'll see how that actually translates onto the live broadcast. All right, so we got about 6 minutes before the show starts here. The pay-per-view, or excuse me, premium live event. Ian, we got you in the comments here. Let's get to some of your comments and questions here. Well, for the cage match, it's the fight pit, then a strap match. Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, if they were all Extreme Rules matches, or even the majority of them, that would just be boring. You don't want to do that. Even the fact that they're all gimmick matches, to a degree, doesn't work for me. But at least they're all slightly different gimmicks. We got sort of the MMA style fight pit, cage match, then we got the strap match, we got the ladder match. So, and an I Quit match, which you especially thought that would be the Liv Morgan Ronda Rousey match, but it ended up being something different. So, did y'all hear Malachi Black got released? No, he did not get released. To clarify here, Malachi Black is not released. He's still with AEW. He's just on leave of absence. Some places reported it as a conditional release. I don't think he's even disputed that. Malachi Black did himself. He's just gone for a little while because he's got mental health issues. He needed some time off. He's got to work on himself, that sort of deal. And he deserves the time off. Hopefully, of course, there are rumors. People always want to bring up a lot of BS with this sort of thing. Oh, he's just doing this so he can go back to Triple H in the WWE. I don't think that's the case here. But what do you think about the Malachi Black situation, Tony?
Real quick before I get to the Malachi Black situation, if you would have asked me about this when we started this podcast, I would have told you the WWE product is the worst goddamn thing on the face of the planet. Here we are with an opening package to the fight pit match with special guest referee Daniel Cormier, arguably one of the greatest heavyweights in UFC history. And this package is being narrated by 12-time MMA Journalist of the Year, Ariel Helwani. Kudos to WWE for just putting so much effort into bringing the excitement and the realism back to their product. Now, when it comes to Malachi Black, if you follow me on TikTok, I'm very open and honest about my mental health issues and the struggles I go through. And even when Malachi came out to dispute all the claims that were going on, you just have to feel for the guy. You know, you're in the public spotlight all the time, and you have to listen to all these rumors that get spread about you, and it's frankly not fair. So good on Malachi for taking the time off and getting his head in the right space, because, you let that shit go unchecked too long, and your inner demon just fucking eat at you.
Yeah, for sure. Ian seems to believe Bray Wyatt is the White Rabbit. Don't get Tony's hopes up, because when he gets disappointed when it's not him, you might see him cry.
No. I hope it's Joe Gacy. I hope they bring back the Combat Zone Wrestling Joe Gacy that got him signed by NXT. You know, they talk about WWE going back to that gritty realness again eventually. That character matches the gritty realness that they're talking about wanting Raw to be.
Going back earlier, you said they played a thing on the live stream that I missed on Peacock right now for the White Rabbit. I saw last night that they actually played during the broadcast. It wasn't a QR code they had to hit. It was actually a tease. Hey, White Rabbit. And it said tomorrow night. But I don't know if you caught it, Tony. In the word night, the G wasn't actually a G. It was a 6. What do you think that means?
I'm not even fucking answering that. You know what that is. God damn it. Either this is the greatest troll in professional wrestling history, or it's going to be Wyatt. You know? But the thing that they just played during the pre-show, it was live. It cut into the broadcast. It was a white rabbit hopping through a black and white forest and found a purple X on the ground and dug a rabbit hole down through and flames came shooting up out. So, I mean, they're really making the suggestion or the implication that we find out who the White Rabbit is tonight. If we do, we do. If we don't, we don't. Again, being a professional wrestling fan is a lot like being a Cowboys fan. This is our year, every single year, just to be disappointed by this year by week 5, but you know.
This year, I don't know what we're disappointed about. There's been so much insane news. It's been quite the year to start a wrestling podcast and a wrestling show, that's for sure. We have not been lacking in things to talk about. And Ian Tube said Wyndham 6. So I don't entirely get the reference, but I guess that the 6 obviously is another obvious clue to Wyndham Rotunda. Did you see... Go ahead.
Do you notice that they're still doing that referencing wrestlers who are no longer with the company thing? They're showing a lot of the Big Show during this Bobby Lashley hype video. They mentioned Christian Cage during the pre-show. I mean, this is fucking beautiful, man. Like, you're acknowledging
rather
your
than completely ignoring
without those
it.
people being there
yeah,
still.
That's fine.
Now, here's the question: at what point are they going to be forced to acknowledge Chris Benoit again?
That's not going to happen, and it shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen.
I mean, say what you will about the guy, but he was a part of a lot of huge moments within a lot of current wrestlers' history.
But you know, you can't get away from the WrestleMania 20 main event and the confetti and all that with him and Eddie. But you know what? There's no need to bring that up. So if within the storytelling that you have, there's literally no need. So I don't see why they ever would. It makes no sense to at this point. Obviously, and my feelings personally are, I don't know, I'm sure you saw that Paul Heyman video. Let me switch around my screen here as I'm talking to you. The Paul Heyman video where they had a live show they were doing, I think with if I'm not mistaken, Top Rope. And he talked. Someone was inside the ropes. Inside the ropes, yes, that's what I meant. And they were specifically talking about, or he was asked about Chris Benoit, and he basically said, "Hey, fuck him." Sure, once in a generation wrestler in the ring, fantastic. The first ECW pay-per-view that wasn't able to happen was going to be revolved around him, but it didn't happen. You know, obviously, I thought the world of the guy at a certain point, but 3 people died that night. Only one of them had a choice in that. Fuck him. And I agree. You can't... And you can say what you want about CTE, and that's all absolutely true. But when it comes to an entertainment product, especially put on by a It's speaking of Paul Heyman.
That gave me fucking goosebumps. I don't know why. That just gave me fucking goosebumps.
But
First off, I thought this introduction with the kid and the spelling bee was stupid as hell. But then as I'm listening to what the kid's saying and the questions he's asking, and then you realize the speaker's Paul Heyman, and the kid asks for the origin of the word extreme, and Paul Heyman says Philadelphia. Oh. No, and to that point, with Paul Heyman's comments about it, I think the best depiction or the best answer that's ever been given, New Jack and the Iron Sheik did shoot an interview together for No Kayfabe back in the day. And if you listen to Iron Sheik's conviction and compassion in his voice, where, he says, what about little Daniel? Fuck you, Chris Benoit. Fuck you. Burn in hell. I think that's the thought process that a lot of people in the industry and a lot of fans still have. And, of course, you have those that catch flack for their opinion on it. Your Chris Jericho's, your Chavo Guerrero's. But at the same time, you also have to look at how awkward it has to be for someone like David Benoit.
well, absolutely. Absolutely.
He thought he's a trained wrestler. Actually, by all accounts, we've seen him wrestle live. He's a hell of a wrestler. Many shades of his father. But if you listen to him in any interview, he wants to wear the Rabid Wolverine ripped pants. He wants to go by Chris Benoit. He wants to go by the Rabid Wolverine. So, it's very mixed on my opinions on this, and I feel like it's ruining his chances of becoming a wrestler because I understand he has a different outlook on who Chris Benoit was. But at the same time, if you want to have that career, you have to realize what your father was to everybody else.
All right, here we are. The first match, the good old-fashioned Donnybrook match with the Brawling Brutes and Imperium.
Yeah, the Brawling Brutes. You want to talk about convoluted storytelling? We're going to strip Solo Sikoa from being the North American champion on NXT, and on the same episode, we're going to give the Brawling Brutes an NXT Tag Team title match.
Ian, do you think Bray is going to come out when Alexa is managing Bianca Belair? I don't think Alexa's going to be out there managing Bianca. Ooh, already?
Yeah, so this is what played in the pre-show.
Yeah.
So is this just going to happen a bunch of times tonight?
Oh, huh. Okay. Interesting.
Watch it just be Kane. And not even the good Kane. It's going to be fucking corporate Kane.
Right. Well, I was about to say no. I don't think there's a chance of that, Ian. But, I mean, literally as I was saying that, you get a little tease. Who knows when it's going to happen? But it's definitely happening at some point tonight. They showed in the pre-show that Asuka and Alexa are managing Bianca. Okay. Well, that probably means that Dakota Kai and Io Sky will be out with Bayley then as well. So, I don't know. We'll see. And as far as favorite football team goes, Ian, you can see mine off over my shoulder there. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, obviously. Tony's one of those AFC East weirdos.
First off, get fucking right.
It's
It's NFC East. And it's the goddamn Philadelphia Eagles, and you say that with your chest. Even though my girlfriend is a Tom Brady mark, and I literally have a painting of Tom Brady on my wall right behind me there. Trying
Nice.
to
No, you should
hide that
display
like a
it.
motherfucker.
Or give us matching videos with my flag.
Not. Yeah, give us matching videos. It's called witchcraft, and I'm not into that shit, okay?
All right.
We all know Tom Brady's cursed this year. And Corey Graves has swag like nobody else.
You're a fan of the Cleveland Browns? I apologize. I feel really bad for you. That sucks.
I literally thought the Browns were going to be a contender for like the next 10 years. And they somehow managed to tank all of that.
Yeah, all of a sudden they're not so good. When they were supposed to be maybe a Super Bowl contender last year, the Bengals came out of nowhere in that division and went to the Super Bowl. Like, what the heck?
God, I hate Pete Dunne's name being Butch.
At least they gave him the Pete Dunne character back and his look and all that. He's not out there wrestling in slacks and a wife beater, but and I don't mind the name Butch, so but that's probably because I never really watched a whole lot of NXT, so I wasn't like his name's Pete Dunne. Same thing with Gunther. Gunther Walter, I don't care. At this point, it's Gunther.
But that's the difference for me because I was also a fan of his when he was wrestling for Progress and things like that.
Right.
So it's a very bizarre change for me. Man, you forget just how tall Gunther is.
Oh, he's a big dude, and he's slimmed up a lot though in the last year. But he even less than that. But he is a big dude. Him and Sheamus both.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah. I don't know how that's the thing. The the barricade fell over when Butch ran into it, and the LEDs are still working.
I had thought possibly that my AC had quit working.
Oh, jeez.
But we're good. I was just reading the screen wrong.
So what?
And because
What kind of future technology are these LEDs in the barricade there? Butch knocked over a corner of the barricade. The LED is still working in the corner that's knocked over. That's interesting. It doesn't even look like he busted up a single LED. It's all still pristine, but he knocked over the barricade itself. Oof.
hey, we're living in the future,
Right?
Bubba.
How much money would you take to get a chop from Gunther?
I do it for free.
But we're a couple of old marks that would love to just get in the ring and feel some of this stuff and get our asses kicked. But, yeah.
Like, the one thing that I'm kind of upset I never got to experience was being a part of Antonio Inoki's retirement ceremony where all the fans got to receive a slap from him. Like, that would have been a huge honor in my book.
And Ian, if you don't know who Antonio Inoki is, look him up. He's one of the legends of pro wrestling, especially in Japan. and you'll find some good stuff. In fact, one of the things you'll find the most on YouTube would actually be one of the not so good moments, which is a match against the Great Antonio.
I was just about to say, look up Great Antonio.
Which we didn't mention last week in his in memoriam segment that we did, but that match, the Great Antonio was this big, fat, kind of lumberjack dude.
Don't say lumberjack. He
not lumberjack.
A lot like a friar.
Yeah. But, he just was not selling anything, any of Antonio's Inoki's offense. And at a certain point, Inoki just gets pissed off and starts wailing for real on the Great Antonio and bloodies him up. And the Great Antonio's manager has to come in and basically throw in the towel for him to kind of get the match called off. It's a nuts thing. It's crazy to see. It's one of those wrestling lore.
If you want to hear great explanation about it, look up Bill Burr.
Yes,
and it'll have the video playing. Oh, that's a move.
Yeah, there's no wing break. Ooh, my goodness. All right. That was nice.
I like that.
Who do we got tonight in this match? Because it's not a title match, I actually see the Brawling Brutes coming out on top in this one.
Yeah, I see them coming out on top as well. This is Sheamus's match.
Yeah. Gunther got the last two last night on SmackDown for the title and at Clash of the Castle for the title. I think this is the match because it's not a title match and it won't hurt Imperium. It won't hurt Gunther. He'll still have the belt. They can, you can have someone other than Gunther and the team take the loss here. Probably via Brogue Kick by Sheamus. And it won't hurt Gunther the slightest. And we'll...
Man, these LEDs are just something else.
He just put his hips right into that thing, and it didn't even...
Yes! Give it to us!
We just got it last night. And yes, we still
But I will take these two in a match a million times over. A little Flyers reference there. Man, his chest is fucking just
a lot of that's
battered
from last
already.
Night, but yeah. That's what's nice. Even though Sheamus lives here in Tampa, he's purposefully stayed out of the sun, despite being a Florida boy the last few years. So that way, when you get chopped like that, it's going to show up a little extra.
I thought Sheamus moved to Nashville.
Maybe he did. He lived in Tampa here for several years. I don't know where he's at right now.
Because he's up there with Claudio and Miro.
Oh my goodness! All right. What if the White Rabbit is John Moxley? Yeah, no. There's not going to be any AEW, WWE a cooperation of that level probably ever, but certainly not within the next few years.
Oh, hold on. Not John Moxley, but the devil makes things happen. Kick. Wow.
Is he actually? I was gonna say he's not gonna pin Gunther.
Wow. Superman punch, huh?
And after the, I don't think that was on purpose, but they had to play into it that where he slammed his hand down twice in the cloverleaf, and the referee had to go, "No, he didn't tap," and everyone was like screaming, like, "Oh, he tapped out." So now you're hearing that.
Finally, a shillelagh gets introduced in a fucking shillelagh match.
The reason why it was probably only used once, they say it's not corked. Corey Graves there, but it was probably gimmicked. It was a nice clean break there, but hey. It still looked good.
Actually, that's a reference to that's reference to what happened in the Phillies game yesterday.
No, it's a baseball reference for sure, but
no, it's literally something that happened during the Phillies game yesterday. With them being in Philadelphia right now. Of course, you're going to have to talk about that. Jesus Christ, just the sound of the impact.
All right, Corey, that got me.
I really wonder how many Philly references Corey Graves is going to have. Man, he's from across the state.
Ooh. Ludwig Kaiser, all right. Ooh. They did a good job of... This is the one time when Dunn's many cuts actually helped there, because you could kind of tell Gunther was yelling for Vinci to, hey, come save me. This is a move I can really get out of.
God, I hate to say it, but I said Big E flashbacks there for a second. Oh.
You know what? I'm kind of okay with it. I usually hate the, hey, I'm going to make a dive, or I'm going to do a thing, or I'm going to do a flip off of a thing onto a bunch of people. And it's usually every single person that's involved in the match is all suddenly, randomly, just looking up and waiting. It was the three of them kind of fighting, and once it was just three of them, it wasn't everyone else involved in the match. It made more sense than...
I agree.
As another shillelagh.
Michael Cole with the call of the night so far. Look at the size of that shillelagh.
Gunther's got a big one.
Oh god, I can't even think about alcohol right now. That was a cool little tag team maneuver.
Ooh! Ooh!
Fuck. Holy shit.
Uh-oh.
Right through the table. Man, this is a hell of a match.
Really is. Nice hot start, for sure. And what's nice is only 6 matches tonight. Remember the last live stream we did? SummerSlam? My goodness.
Jesus Christ. How could I forget? Brock Lesnar, Tractor, picking rings up.
And by the time that happened, it was like midnight.
I remember we at least got to go grab one beer.
Yeah. Yeah, we did go have a drink after that. I'd say let's do the same thing, but you seem a little too hungover, so.
Yeah. And I got to open in the morning at work too, so.
Let's see. Saturday's my Friday, so I got tomorrow off to watch football, and Monday I work my lunch shift at the restaurant, but that just forces me to get out of the house, so. What flew out of the referee's pocket there when he was making a count?
I didn't see that.
It looked like a coin, to be honest with you. It wasn't anything. It wasn't like a razor or anything, but.
Wasn't like a white rabbit popped out of his pocket?
One match in and the table is already broken. That's right, Ian. But they've got those tables in such a way by the time they come back from this little commercial break and these packages, the table will be put back together. I guarantee it. It was a pretty clean break, it looked like, so I think they'll have it back together pretty soon. We doing the Raw Women's title match already? All right.
Wait, that means Joe Gacy's going to come out.
They're going into some real history here. She's from Philly? Okay.
Tennessee.
They're doing a really good giving her sympathy just right here in the opening package. You and I have talked a lot about damage control from the very start at SummerSlam, the live stream. I said right during that live stream, all right, they've got to get NWO type heat. And we've both been pretty much in agreement here. Does Bayley win this match and become champion tonight?
Yes.
I agree.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
There would be no bigger heat than beating Bayley, especially, or Bayley, her beating Bianca, especially after that video package right there.
And it seems like it's what they're building up for.
Yeah.
And then have them do a rematch at Survivor Series.
Then Bayley would still go over there. I think Bayley holds on to it until Mania.
Oh, for sure.
That's what I would want, anyway, yeah. And then you get a Becky Lynch babyface return at the Rumble. And she'll be a 2-time Rumble winner, maybe. And you set up, that'd be one hell of a big match. Becky Lynch and Bayley for the Raw title.
What's Smith looking at?
Probably
Gritty.
Oh my goodness. Dexter Lumis is in
I want
there.
that shirt. I want that shirt.
It's got to be Dexter Lumis. It is Gritty, right?
I don't know.
Though Miz just got over on me doing that right there.
No, that's a descriptive album cover, isn't it? Oh, the next match is Liv Morgan versus Ronda
Is it
Rousey?
really?
That's
I thought that would be the main event, but I suppose wherever they're putting the White Rabbit reveal is really the main event.
yeah.
which I'm going to throw you my guess right here on the screen. Edge and Balor.
Yeah, that's my guess too. It can't be the fight pit match, even though, you know, the history with Seth was.
Now, I said a thing last week on the show about how I thought the way they were going to do this, it made a lot of sense to me at the time, was that, and we'll run on the assumption, obviously, I think at this point that it is Bray Wyatt, that they would make the reveal openly. The White Rabbit is Bray Wyatt, but it would be a video or whatever. And then the actual debut of Bray Wyatt on screen would happen at Survivor Series. I'm not so sure about that. The way they've really built up, hey, Bray Wyatt's going to be here tonight. I don't think they can not have him show up in person in some shape or form.
Or we're gonna get a bunch of Firefly Funhouse vignettes.
I don't think so, because I mean, maybe, but I think Wyndham Rotunda is gonna want to move beyond the Fiend. We're gonna see a new version of Bray Wyatt, the third version. We got the Cult Leader, we got the Fiend, and the Firefly Funhouse, and now we're gonna get some other version of Bray Wyatt.
Did she call Liv Morgan Hooters Barbie? That's fucking hilarious.
All right, so this is match we know is next. What? Who do you see winning this match?
Liv.
That was my thought.
Nope, I changed that.
Yeah?
It's got to be Ronda, because that would put Liv up 3 on Ronda, and Ronda wouldn't belong in the title picture after that.
Well,
she'd be way out.
It's wrestling, and it's WWE specifically. It's not like they're keeping track of W's and L's. Ian says Liv. That was my initial thought, was Liv. I thought you have to give Liv a legitimate W over Ronda Rousey. You had the Money in the Bank match, which, okay, you know, she had just come out of a big match with Charlotte, and that makes sense. Okay, yeah. You put that aside. Then you have the match that they had at Clash at the Castle. No, not SummerSlam. Not Clash at the Castle. The match that they had at SummerSlam. Was this? I don't remember at this point the timeline of things exactly. But the match where Liv taps out a half second before the 3 count comes down, but the tap out wasn't seen by the ref, so Liv won. I think that was a big mistake. I think you should have given Liv the legitimate win there, but they didn't. So my feeling was, hey, you need to make Liv the legitimate champion here by giving her a legitimate win over Ronda. But the way this story is built up, Ronda's the biggest star. I got a feeling we're going to see a title change here. I'm still rooting for Liv, and for her to have that fight pit cage is really interesting looking. But there's a whole platform with more. Wow, okay.
But that's what the fight pit's always been in NXT.
Okay, I say I've
This
never
is
seen
an
it. I've
NXT
never seen
match.
it in NXT. All right, it's my first fight pit match. But back to Ronda and Liv. I really want Liv to win this outright, one way or the other, because I think that's what her reign or championship reign really needs. But I got a feeling they're gonna go for Ronda here. We're going into Crown Jewel and Survivor Series. I think they're going to want to have the belt on Ronda. Ugh, Christ, Liv looks good.
She does, but the whole Enzo factor kind of ruined it for me. That is cool.
Yeah.
Another
Roddy Piper. More Roddy Piper.
Roddy
references.
Piper.
And me being the male that I am, I can't help but point out Ronda Rousey's also got a little under boob showing, which I can't help but notice and enjoy.
Honestly, did not notice it. Am I not a guy?
It's like just a little bit on the inside kind of curve. It's like she's got on. I don't know if it's all one thing or if she's got two different something, but there's just a hint of it. Oh, they actually mentioned Nia Jax. All right. Your video is so terrible right now. I don't know if you're looking at the screen. That is literally a little sliver.
What the shit?
I don't know what's going on. You gotta do an exorcism on your house or something. But
Stop. Dominus Robiscum. The Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit.
it's working. It's getting bigger. Keep up the Latin.
Post Madre Ste Patro.
Oh, it got bigger.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm done with this bullshit, man. I don't even think I'm actually speaking Latin.
And there you go. You're back to full screen.
All right, so never fake speak Latin in my house. Got it.
No, that was good. It got rid of the demons. That is some fantastic gear that Liv Morgan is wearing, and I like that move. That was inventive. I really like that. I feel like I've seen that once.
Too bad
before.
the ring apron wasn't as sturdy as it was supposed to be.
Well, it looks like it got pulled out from behind the steps over there, but yeah. Oh, she's got a...
A little premature discharge trying to get up there.
Yeah.
You know, whoever the
Ooh!
camera guy is who's in charge.
Right. Nice. All right. Oh, my Rays. Yeah, she just hit better than the Rays in 24 innings in the last 2 days.
She's got enough cake back there. You can swing for the
keep
fences.
swinging right there, please. Ian says, what if Brock Lesnar is the White Rabbit?
That would be pretty funny, actually.
It'd be funny. It would piss a lot of people off, which would make it funnier, to be honest with you. But
Oh, absolutely.
It's a Philly crowd. They're chanting, "We want tables." Again. For the second match in a row.
Oh my god, the Key of Doom.
That really made her off balance.
She is getting fucking blasted.
Ooh.
Holy shit.
Ooh.
New kink unlocked.
Ooh, wait a minute. There's
Oh, look at her
I
stomach.
was just
Holy
going to say,
shit.
she's got a mark on her belly.
Oh.
Oh!
This is goddamn kudos to both these women. Holy shit.
Especially Liv right now. My goodness. Well, the crowd said they wanted tables. Oh. Fucked up. Yeah.
What'd you do?
I'm talking about the table, getting the table in the ring.
This camera guy needs a fucking pay raise.
Oh, we don't really need to get into why. He just does.
It just seems like he's capturing all the right angles, you know?
I just think it shows off just how fantastic Liv's ring gear is. Her green and purple Extreme Rules ring gear.
So far, this has been another really good match.
And I like that they're not doing the bullshit, Extreme Rules match, but somehow getting to the ring ropes is a ring break. They're like, hey, no, there's no ring break in an Extreme Rules match. Or rope break.
I would like to point out that we're almost an hour into this. And this is the second match.
I both
They're letting this shit breathe.
like that, for obvious reasons, and I also think we're going to be here until midnight with just 6 matches. But I'm okay with that. If it's 6 really good matches, okay.
They also need to quit with all the filler bullshit. There's like a promo for fucking
Well,
everything.
yeah, there's a lot of in between stuff. They have a commercial, a promo segment or whatever. They do, but you see, they set we already talked about the announce table. They had to set that back up. They do a lot of stuff at the ring. Obviously in the last match, and an Extreme Rules pay per view is going to be even more
Yeah.
crazy. They put the barricade back together.
So the chair was supposed to be there.
Are you snoring, or is that your demon growling into your mic?
That's Kelly's dog named Hades.
Oh, nice. Ooh! Watch the head.
I thought she was going for a Van Daminator, and I popped.
Ian says, I can just imagine Brock trucking to the ring in a bunny suit. The bunny suit. You imagine that bunny suit that was in the crowd for SmackDown, which looked like the old Adam Rose bunny suit, by the way, which is great.
Well, if you want to get into connections in the rabbit hole, I mean, who was originally a Rosebud?
Oh, geez. There were a few of them. Who? Who are you talking about?
Braun Strowman.
That's right, he was, wasn't he?
She was like 3 inches away from getting punched in the face with that kick out.
Ooh. They're not down, they're on the table, but okay. Ugh.
So, Liv smiling right now is fucking hilarious to me because, you know. That
Really
submission
good
was
match.
basically just having Ronda sit on your
Well,
face.
she had her leg across and she was using the table. I don't know if you saw that. It wasn't the greatest camera angle, but
No, it was a hilarious camera angle because just the image of it looking like Ronda sitting on Liv's face and Liv fading with a big old smile.
again, I think you and I are right in our immediate before the match assumptions, and that we both thought Ronda was going to win this match just based on certain things. I really wish it had been Liv. Still a good match.
Oh
Still a
yeah.
good match. I think the end could have been executed just a little bit better. Excuse me, a little bit better, but still a good match. You see the table right there with her legs, like, yeah. And Michael Cole great point. Huh. Like that even more, actually. That's interesting. So she didn't tap out, she passed out. And again, she's not crying or doing the typical women wrestler loses a belt or loses a match and cries kind of thing. It was, oh no, she was laughing. There's a little something going on or broken in that head, which I kind of like. All right, well, we got a couple of minutes here. I am going to step away to the fridge in the bathroom. I need more to drink.
So while he's gone, let's go ahead and truly take a look at what else we have left for tonight. You know, I truly thought it was interesting how they had the SmackDown Women's Championship match be the third match or the second match on the card. Um, but we still have the Raw Women's Championship. Matt Riddle versus Seth Rollins in the fight pit, which is going to be great. Edge versus Finn Balor. Karrion Kross versus Drew. There's still so much potential for this to be one of the greatest WWE cards of the year, in my opinion. Oh, the strap match is next.
So we got Karrion Kross and Drew McIntyre up next, eh?
Yeah, interesting. You know, they just did another promo for the 25th anniversary of DX on Raw this week. And with that being said, is Daddy Ass doing the best work of his career right now?
I mean, right now he's kind of with the Acclaimed. And I think by proxy, he's kind of with one of the hottest. I don't know if he's doing the best work of his career, but he might be with the hottest thing going. One of the hottest things going in wrestling right now. Though, I mean, it's easy to forget just how over the New Age Outlaws
were back in the
New
day.
Age Outlaws were back in the day. Ian, I'll answer you right away. I don't have a feeling one way or the other. I didn't know him really before this. But, so Tony will probably give you a better answer on this. How do you feel that Max Dupree is going back to LA Knight?
I fucking love it. I hated the Max Dupree character. The LA Knight character is true to who he really is in real life. He actually was on the Stone Cold Steve Austin or the Broken Skull podcast. What was that, like 3 years ago?
Yeah, I was gonna say that had to be a while ago because he hasn't done the podcast in a bit.
Yeah, it was when he was first coming into the Performance Center after leaving Impact. But he is such a dynamic wrestler and such a great person to have on your roster that I felt the Max Dupree character was hindering him.
Right.
So I'm really happy we're going to get back to seeing LA Knight again.
Well, and that seems to be one of those things that was in the works almost immediately. Even though Max Dupree had just debuted on the main roster. As soon as Triple H was in control of creative, it was like, okay, yeah, we're working our way back to the LA Knight gimmick almost immediately.
And rightfully so, because you saw in that promo he got last night, that's just a little taste of what he is.
Yeah.
And he's as charismatic as The Rock circa 2000. And unfortunately, I have to use the bathroom. I'll be back.
Go ahead. We still got Carrie-Ann's entrance here to go.
You mean the greatest entrance of all time with the Scarlet Witch? Scarlet Bordeaux smoke show from Impact.
A literal smoke show here, but yeah.
I've always known Karrion Kross to be bald, so when he started growing his fucking hair back out, it really just like, as a bald man, pissed me off. You know, kind of like you're appropriating my culture. That's an outfit.
There have been some good ones so far tonight.
Blondes and black just go together. All right, now I'm going to go to the bathroom.
With how do you feel that Kevin Owens is back to the prize fighter? I'm enjoying it. I like seeing Kevin Owens back as a babyface. I think it was time for that turn, and obviously it was made when Triple H came back into creative. Kevin Owens is one of the best in the business right now, and he's been used sort of as a workhorse lately when I think he can be bigger than that. He can be one of the biggest stars in the company. Despite having somewhat of an untraditional look. So, and I think we'll see that. But whether he's a heel or a babyface, he's good at both. He's a really good heel. But yeah, I'm excited to see the prize fighter back. And here we are with the strap match. This is going to be really interesting here. Obviously, there's been a certain precedent set in AEW with strap matches, but it's WWE. It's not going to be bloody. Cross is just refusing to put on the strap. Interesting. Until Cross puts the strap on, right? And that's what they're saying. Oh, interesting start. They're in the crowd right away. There's no real strap involved yet. Interesting going through the crowd with a strap when any random person could potentially pick it up. Though actually I do see it looks like they've got a gaffer or somebody kind of trying to make sure the strap's in a good place. Okay. Now he's gonna force the strap onto him. Yeah. Ooh. There you go. So what you missed before the match started, McIntyre put on the strap. Karrion Kross refused to put on the strap, which of course the match doesn't start until they both have the strap on, which I like the kind of adherence to rules here. Scarlett grabbed the strap, distracted Drew McIntyre. Karrion Kross attacked McIntyre again before the what was I saying? Before the bell, and they fought into the crowd and all this stuff. And eventually, of course, Drew McIntyre forced the strap onto Karrion Kross to get the bell and get the match officially started. And Drew McIntyre had the upper hand until Scarlett, again, with the distraction to put Karrion Kross back in control.
I mean, she is quite distracting.
Yes. What are we talking about? Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I like the psychology of it so far. He's been working the shoulder, a shoulder that was already injured. Ooh.
Can you ever think of a time where Drew McIntyre was dominated in this fashion?
Other than a Brock Lesnar match, not really. Not not since the 3MB days, anyway. Oh, that tongue. Ugh. Mm. Nice way to put Corey Graves. The fact that this match, despite being a good match so far, just having to follow the two matches that came before it.
Yeah.
The strap match kind of being, and again, that's part of what I was saying, Ian, with the fact that there's only one Extreme Rules match. Well, again, if every match was an Extreme Rules match, and here every match is a gimmick match of some sort, not a whole lot of difference between them. You know, once you've had a couple of table spots on a show, all right, why am I continuing to cheer for it as a live crowd member? Or, you know, I've already seen it, so. And with these two guys, two bigger guys, with Cross and McIntyre, you're like, okay, well, let's see them brawl a little bit more, then take advantage of the no DQ aspect. But we've seen that already a little bit as well with Sheamus and Gunther. So already we're just 2.5 matches in, and we're at a point where we've seen almost everything that a match, particularly a WWE match, can throw at us. I said while you were gone, like, hey, AEW's set a precedent here in the last couple of years with strap matches, but there's no way we're going to see the kind of physical, bloody match that AEW puts on.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why we're not going to see a dog collar man.
Right. Oof.
Fuck,
Jesus.
he's just eating those.
Yeah, that's like right to the face. That's not even like. Maybe it's the camera angle. Maybe they are in the arm or shoulder, but it looked like he's taking those to the face. Cross taking them to the face.
It looks like Cross has been taking him to the trap area.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, that's about.
Poof.
Yeah, that's about what I expected. We didn't get into our predictions for this, but that's so
That's what I
it's easy for
expected.
me to say, hey, that's what I predicted. But yeah,
Even Cross got some of the backlash from that pepper spray.
okay.
Lucky motherfucker. All right, well, this promo's going. I gotta go grab the charger for this laptop because it's about kaputs.
All right. An Edge promo. Are we coming up on the Edge Baylor match? Or is this similar to the Bianca Belair promo we got earlier? Absolutely one of the best WWE moments right there. One of the best wrestling moments of the last 20 years. Edge's return at the Royal Rumble for sure. And it's unfortunate that it was just a couple of months before a pandemic, but
That was one of the greatest pops in wrestling history as well.
yeah.
Like, you want to talk about a theme song that is just so fucking universally known. One of the best theme songs in wrestling history, too, in my opinion. And it's just so iconic when you hear it because despite it being a commercial success for Alter Bridge, it's still just associated with Edge.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But even though we didn't pick that match, the Strad match, that was my pick was Karrion Kross. I think Karrion Kross was utilized perfectly in NXT. I think Vince McMahon ruined him with that whole gladiator gimmick. And I'm happy to see that they're doing right by him right now.
Yeah. All right, at this point, it's
Just-
definitely Dexter under there, right? Yeah.
Just gritty trolling The Miz is like the greatest thing of all time. Oh, shit. So this is what's next, huh?
I like Michael Cole. Gritty is annoying, and so are the Flyers. Thank you, Michael Cole.
Like I just had that little wink, wink, nudge, nudge to remind you of Pat McAfee still a thing within WWE. Great, we're getting the same fucking promo we got at the beginning of the show.
Looks like it.
Fucking Christ. This is the one thing WWE has to stop doing.
Nope, it's not the same one. This is the match promo. This isn't. I'm going to step away for a minute. I never plugged my phone in, which is the camera for those of you watching. So I'm at 40%, but I want to make sure it doesn't get dead in the middle of the stream. So let me plug it in real quick.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. There's definitely an element to this match that would lead one to believe that the White Rabbit could debut during this. But at the same time, I don't think that's exactly going to be the case, just due to the fact that you need you need to really revitalize the women's division right now. And I don't think taking away from it by debuting the White Rabbit's exactly going to be the best choice. So now that you're back, I'd like to bring this upon you. We talked because of Alexa Bliss's involvement in this match, the potential that if the White Rabbit is Bray Wyatt, about how you'd bring him back during this. Dude, that's the greatest sign in professional wrestling history. Even the Shockmaster wouldn't fall for you. But if the White Rabbit is Bray Wyatt and you'd introduce him back during this match because of Alexa Bliss, oh! Perfection, beauty, grace.
We could have seen her in person and probably fighting in a tag match against Gigi Dolan, no less, if it wasn't for Hurricane Ian. But maybe her and Gigi will still be in NXT in December when the match was, or when the show was postponed to.
Not a prayer, dude. She's in the front row at Extreme Rules. They just made a deal about her being there. I guarantee you there's a showdown or a face-off between her and whoever wins this match. But yeah, with that being said, though, you need to make the women's division look strong right now, especially with all the injuries involved in it. So you're not going to debut the White Rabbit during this.
No, I don't think you debut White Rabbit during this. And notice they're not out there. Io Sky, Dakota Kai's not out there, and there's no Asuka and Alexa Bliss. So
yeah, the funny part about it is, I think there's one choice for the White Rabbit that none of us have fucking said yet.
Who's that?
Bo Dallas.
That would be interesting, but that would be a Triple H guy. Yeah.
Triple H guy. Wasn't he like the first or second NXT champion?
I think he was second, yeah. And by the way, I want to point out Bayley has some blue tape around her right wrist that says Sarah on it, as in Sarah Lee, who passed away the other day. Former Tough Enough champion. So we talked about this earlier. You and I both believe Bayley will win this.
By hook or by crook, Bayley will win this.
Yeah, it won't be clean. I hope it's not clean, but she will win.
Can we just go back to showing Nikita Line in the front row? I have more interest in that. That was quite an outfit she was wearing. The funny part was, too, is there was a part of me that I hazard a guess for just a second that she was potentially the White Rabbit. She had put on Instagram today, Extreme Rules tonight, and she made a video of her getting dressed.
Really?
So I kind of had a feeling that she was going to be involved in Extreme Rules in one way or another.
Well, could it be possible?
Yeah, why are we all being sexist? Who says the White Rabbit has to be a dude? It's 2022. Come on now.
Obviously, there's certain things, and when I saw the 6, I guess there's a different connotation with the 6.
Fucking cats.
But I assume the 6 meant there would be 6. I think there's going to be a stable. It's not just going to be Bray Wyatt by himself. And Ian corrects us over here. He says Seth Rollins and Big E were number 1 and number 2 NXT champions. The third was Wyndham Rotunda's little brother.
All right. So, I was close. He was in the top 3.
Top 3, yeah.
There's a very iconic image of him winning the title, and he's in his all-white gear. And he was on the top rope celebrating. And that was the first time he actually debuted the all-white gear. And he just kind of got stuck with it after that. Typically in professional wrestling, If you see a wrestler wearing all white, that is a indication they're going to get a lot of color in that match.
EST chant. All right. There's no denying. Bianca Belair is one of the, if not the most popular female performer in WWE right now, and one of the most popular performers, period.
Absolutely.
Now we do have a Charlotte and a Becky Lynch not around, but I wouldn't. Bianca might be number 3 right now, if you include them.
Absolutely. It's just mind-boggling to me, though, however, that so young in her career, like, just how over she's gotten.
Yeah. Well, and I would argue that the fact that she lost her championship to Becky Lynch in the way she did actually, to a certain degree, helped her. Because everyone was like, no, that shouldn't have happened. There's no way. And it got people behind her even more.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
You're way off center, but okay.
That's innovative.
Ooh, alright. Fan threw a sign at her? Ooh.
How to tell you're getting heat.
And she got her sign back. How did she get her sign back? And there's another one. That was not the one that was thrown, but
Ooh.
Now, there was a... oof. There was a report...
Yeah, Bailey took the worst
There
of
was
that.
a report before the show earlier this week that they were not going to have the tall ladders in this match. They were going to have slightly shorter ladders. And they didn't know if it was just they're going to lower the title or if they're going to have to reach up a little higher for the title. But we've obviously seen, they've had mostly short ladders, but there is one tall ladder that's been thrown around. Yeah, I wouldn't use that ladder again for anything to climb on.
Yeah. Somebody just yell, "I'm a hugger."
Random crowd shot, all right, of one person. All right, Kevin Dunn, I'm getting a little dizzy. Stop.
Right? Okay, I'm not the only one. Still dealing with this fucking hangover. I feel like I'm on a goddamn Ferris wheel.
That's another big boy ladder.
And it still doesn't look tall enough.
Ooh.
Oh!
It wasn't that bad, but it could have been the way that ladder kind of pivoted.
Yeah, and the other ladder that was
Yeah.
in there. Jesus Christ. All right, that was she landed on her feet.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, she threw it off. Her knee brace broke Tom Brady style. But she threw it aside. Oh, Asuka and Alexa are not there. All right.
All right, Nikita. It's your time to shine,
that's
homegirl.
what's going to happen, isn't it? I don't like it. It took too much cooperation. It didn't look good. It's half a ladder. All right, I like it. Good enough. I like that Bailey stopped and was like, "No, don't laugh at me." I like that she didn't panic that when the ladder fell over. She's like, "No, you shut up, fans. I didn't mess up or stop yelling at me."
Bailey is one of the best heels.
No, she's the strong women, right? Yeah, she's gonna bench press this ladder.
Is that lipstick on her face or is that blood?
Sasha and Naomi aren't showing up here, Ian. They already showed.
Yeah, I think that.
They already.
I think that Sasha Naomi thing is done at this point.
Well, I think they'll be back, but this isn't the right time.
I like that.
Whip.
Whoa. Already had one strap match this evening. The fuck are they setting up here?
That makes no. Why would Bailey hold on to it? All right.
Oh, son of a bitch.
If there's a rematch at Crown Jewel or Survivor Series and Bailey goes on top, I'm okay with it. We'll see. But in the moment, I would prefer Bailey to have won.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of how this ended. Good match.
And I didn't like that KO. I didn't like that. The KOD was, why would Bailey logically be holding on to that half of a ladder? It doesn't make sense to me. That is lipstick.
All right. Trying to figure out what that guy's sign means. Frozen is all elite.
Ian says, how do y'all feel about that Randy Orton may retire to injury?
That's wow.
I haven't heard that he might retire. I heard it's WWE's concerned about it, and that it may be a while still yet before he's back. And obviously, he's getting a little older.
I think he comes back and has one more run for a year, retires with his WrestleMania moment, rides off into the sunset, and does movies.
Yeah, maybe. Did y'all hear SmackDown is coming to Tampa December 30th? Yes. When we went to Raw back in July, we knew they were coming back to Tampa in December 30th for SmackDown. They advertised it during the commercials, but we're not going to be able to go, it looks like. But I mean, you never know, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to go to that one. And we need JR and Lawler back in W. Lawler should have stopped color commentating long before they took him away. And I just don't think they're the right voices for today's WWE. As great as they were in the late 90s and early aughts. But what do you think about a JR and Jerry Lawler back in WWE?
I like JR's position in AEW right now. I like how they're utilizing him for main events. Lawler's doing great things on the pre-show. And it's both of these things are good for both of them, given their age right now. It's more beneficial to have Lawler only work in pre-shows for premium live events. And with JR, his travel schedule is a lot lighter as well. So I think they're fine right where they are.
Agreed. There's someone missing from there, huh? Daddy ass, maybe?
Yeah. I was thinking China.
Well, she can't appear, no matter what, but...
Oh, neither can Daddy ass. I mean, here's going to be the real test of DX, right? So with this being the DX anniversary, they ain't shy away from the fact that they were friends with Hall and Nash. So are they going to shy away from Billy Gunn being in AEW? That's what I'm interested in seeing.
There's gonna be a reference to that Pissant Company or something like that, right? But
yeah, there's a white rabbit. Oh, here we go.
so it is Rollins and yeah.
What the hell?
Well, I don't know what happened there. I disappeared for a second, and your video got terrible for a second. My stream of the pay-per-view reset for a second, but hey.
And I'm the one with the demons.
It's your demons that are causing my internet to be so terrible. Yes.
What kind of fucking whore logic is that?
So the fight pit match is the main event. Rollins and Riddle. Which I guess makes a certain kind of sense. Well, maybe not. I don't know. That's the hottest thing going.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, it's the hottest thing in WWE right now. But you got, again, that little White Rabbit tease right before this match. I think this is where we're going to see him. All right. I'm stepping away for a second because I need more to drink. I want to make sure I have enough to get through the match and the White Rabbit reveal. Which is almost definitely happening during this match, right?
It's got to. It absolutely has to.
All right. I'll be right back.
So just going a little bit more in depth on my opinion of this match, they had the stipulation before the match there. They brought up on the pre-show that if Edge loses this match, his career is basically over. So with that happening, you got to, have Edge take down what he's created in a sense. And the only reason why Bobby and I both have it in our heads, and this is where the White Rabbit shows up, is because if you look at the poster or at the match cards, the match graphics for Extreme Rules, there was only one match graphic that was different from all the other men's matches, and it was this match right here. But interestingly enough, you get a little interruption in the feed that shows a White Rabbit standing outside of the Wells Fargo Center. So, basically at this point, that is where all the signs lead. It's what's pointing to it. Well, that security guard was living in the Matrix there. What the fuck? I've never seen somebody bend like that.
So, predictions.
So, Edge rocking the mullet. How do you feel about it?
Well, the mullet's an old school wrestling hairstyle. Come on. The mullet's a classic. But I'm going to say...
Plus, he's...
White Rabbit aside. Go ahead.
Plus, he's Canadian. So.
Right. It's nice to have the mullet with the bald spot in his head, too. That really works well. White Rabbit aside, Finn Balor wins this match, right?
No.
No.
Not a prayer. So I don't know if you heard during the pre-show, but they were talking about how... Oh, new Finn Balor music. But they were talking where if Edge loses this match, that it's the end of Edge's career, essentially.
Gotcha.
So what you have to do is you have to have Edge destroy what he created.
Very interesting music, yeah.
I dig it. Sadly, I think this is as close as we're going to get to the Demon again.
I'm okay with that. We don't need this. I'm okay with not seeing the Demon for a long while. Especially as Finn Balor is a heel.
It's not so much with a nice healer face. I just feel like the Demon should be reserved for big match situations. And this is a big match situation, I feel like.
Yeah, but as a heel, you don't want, from a character perspective, I don't know. To me, it's like, oh, I'm going to bring this out in a big match as a babyface, and everyone's going to cheer because they know I'm serious in a big match, and yeah. As a heel, you want Finn Balor to be the one always there. You don't want it to be the Demon. You want it to be Finn Balor.
Wow. You know, talk about the Atlantic Coast Tag Team Championship between Ole Anderson and everyone back in the day. Holy shit. I do like this whole Prince stuff that Finn's doing. Call back to his New Japan persona of Prince Devitt.
And the bell for this match rings just a minute or two after 10 o'clock. So we are sitting at 2 matches an hour right now. And that's how it's going to end if it's going to end at 11. So I like it.
Are you hearing some like weird feedback or like noise interference?
No, I'm not. It's your demons.
Yeah. Interesting.
I just muted the Extreme Rules stream and all I hear is your dog snoring.
Oh, God. Dude, he is like slumped out right now. It's the funniest damn thing. His head is in his food dish. Yeah, I'm talking about you, dipshit.
How do you all feel that Sami Zayn is the honorary Uce? I love it. That was one of the best segments of television that the WWE's produced in several years. I think I loved it.
I mean, I'm wearing an El Generico shirt right now. That's my, I absolutely loved it. I thought it's been a long time coming and well deserved for Sami Zayn. In the segment last night with Logan Paul, love or hate Logan Paul, he's good on the mic. And he started planting those seeds of deceit. And it looked like there was going to be some conflict between Jay and Roman, but because of Sami Zayn, things got cleared up. And I think we're going to start seeing a bigger role with Sami Zayn.
What do you think? Okay. We've got Finn Balor here. An absolutely incredible talent. And we've had these reports lately. Oh, look, they're behind the apron again. We've had these reports this past week about how Triple H has big plans for Finn Balor, right?
Yeah.
What if the White Rabbit reveal is Bray Wyatt, but it's revealed that Bray Wyatt is now the leader of the Judgment Day, and we have a new iteration of Judgment Day, and so Bray Wyatt,
that's something I thought of too.
yeah,
because while Finn Balor was great as the leader of Bullet Club, he's not really that believable as the leader of Judgment
he wasn't
Day.
at first. I feel they've done a better job here in the last 4 weeks or so with the booking.
Well, if you recall, when Judgment Day first came about, it was kind of like a New Age Brood kind of deal that they were going for. But now they kind of turned it into like this jokey fucking high school jock bully kind of thing every interview. So they kind of fell flat on what Judgment Day originally was, in my opinion. So you need someone like the White Rabbit to come in and take over. And they keep hinting at it with the commentary right now.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right with the commentary. Is he fully awake? Of course, that would mean a Bray Wyatt Edge feud to start things off, which I think would be pretty darn good.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Especially if, it forces Edge to go back to his Brood ways or whatever they try and explain, like the Brood comeback for Edge. Because they do keep hinting at that as well in certain segments. This way you get Edge away from worrying about Balor and Dominic, and then that way you can get more of the Mysterio Dominic aspect going finally.
Well, that might free up Finn Balor to be more of a part of the Rey Mysterio feud, Dominic, that whole thing, and you've got Rey on top with Edge.
Edge comes out with a white rabbit helmet like the Easter Bunny head.
A hockey stick! Oh my god.
Gritty is the white rabbit.
They're on the pre-show set.
Corey Graves with an excellent
Yeah, I had my mic
hockey
muted, but I
reference.
laughed out loud. That was great.
You know, I also just recognized Edge's gear is Fire's color. It's funny because he's short.
Ooh.
Oh no! Jesus Christ.
Did we just get a Sandman reference?
Yes, we did.
We are in Philly, I guess. All right.
In Philly for Extreme Rules. Born out of the One Night Stand pay-per-views. Yeah, we all did. Go back and watch any demon match. Shut the fuck up, Cole. Oh, and the battery reference too. I don't want to hear shit about that anymore. Cowboys fans that officially took that title from the Eagles fans. All right. The White Rabbit's Gangrel.
What if the finish of this match leads us to a Crown Jewel mixed tag match? Beth Phoenix and Edge versus Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley.
Then how does that tie into the White Rabbit coming out there?
Again, this is assuming... I'm assuming nothing with the White Rabbit right now. So let's say he doesn't come out during this.
I just can't see Beth Phoenix wanting to do Saudi Arabia.
Well, I was about to say, well, if Edge is going to be there, then why wouldn't she? But exactly.
Children. I've always preferred the educator over the sharpshooter. Yep.
Priests.
Like, even that one made more sense than the AEW stand around and wait. Because they were trying to hold Edge up after an attempted toss. So it made sense why they were all there.
Handcuffs.
It's getting fairly windy outside. Edge is the White Rabbit. Again, Michael Cole coming through with the fucking just beautiful commentary.
Yeah. He still gets a lot of hate. Ray!
Rey Mysterio, White Rabbit confirmed. God, that was a trucking forearm, too.
Maybe the White Rabbit doesn't show up here. Maybe I was right to begin with. It's a Just a reveal. Hey, it's... Hey, it's Bray Wyatt. You'll see him at Survivor Series. Or whatever. Just the way they were building up the reveal since last night, I didn't think... I felt I was wrong. There's Beth! Hey! Was I right?
All right, so I'm on such a delay right now compared to you.
Was I right? Are we getting a mixed tag at Crown Jewel? I think so.
This is your dream match, Rhea?
Yeah.
I fucking love Michael Cole. I fucking love Michael Cole.
That was a good Cole call. It was. How did Beth get the keys? I don't. Okay. Did Rhea have them?
It fell out of Rhea
Okay.
during the It fell off of Rhea during the brawl. Another great Cole call.
You fucked up. Nice.
Welcome to Philly, Dominic.
We already saw Finn get in the ring. Nope.
Yeah, holy fuck, I forgot this was an I Quit match for a second.
Oh yeah, I'm like, where's the pin? You're right.
Get a chair. He's gonna break out the rung.
Yep. Oh, nice. And you know what it's going to be? Edge is going to quit because of Beth Phoenix to save Beth. That's what's going to happen right here.
Yep.
Jesus, that looked like a stiff coup de grace.
Yeah, there's no real way to not do a stiff coup de grace.
Oh no, you can make it work, but that second one looked really rough.
Look how swollen his fucking face is right now.
No. No. But then you're going to threaten Beth, and you'll say, I quit. Yep.
Yep. Good call.
Ooh. Concerto to Beth.
Just do it anyway.
Of course,
Blaster.
of course. And now we get our mixed tag match at Crown Jewel. Wow, was I right about... I called...
Look at you.
Yeah, hey, look at me.
Fucking Bob Stradamus over here.
And so, no White Rabbit.
Get. Shoe. Fuck off.
Okay, really somber moment with Beth Phoenix here, but those leather pants really work for her.
You know, I was saying the same thing when they were setting up the concerto.
We're terrible, terrible men. Ooh, a Charlotte
we're getting
promo.
a fucking Charlotte.
All right. Perfect time for this with her husband, you know, in the good graces of the IWC right now, for sure.
You know, the other thing with this, too, is when you really think, like, Andrade's big beef, I think his issue boils down to the whole Dragon Lee thing.
That cat has never been more happy to be pet. It's been begging for it all night long, screaming on and off camera, and it's so happy that you're actually petting it right now.
This is this fucking cat, though, dude. It's not like, you know, like normal cats want love when they want love. This cat wants love all the fucking time, like nonstop. It's not like she's neglected in attention in any way, shape, or form either.
They all always want attention, yeah. It was a nice. All right. Are we getting a return date at the end of this promo?
I hope. Nope.
No, just a reminder. Hey, she'll be around soon. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, this is gonna be the last segment, right? So. Ah! I actually like that because who didn't think it was Dexter Loomis in the costume?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, come on. He deserves to get his ass beat.
No, he doesn't.
Oh. Fucking Gritty.
Look, I'm not even a Flyers fan, but Gritty is a crucial part of Philadelphia sports history at this point. He even shows up at Eagles games wearing Eagles jerseys. Gritty is the shit. I love Gritty. Just got breaking
Narrated
news.
by Ariel Hawani. What's your breaking news?
Kelly's bringing me home rice pudding.
Fuck off.
No, but this was the promo. This was the promo that played during the pre-show that I was telling you
Right.
about.
They usually play a lot of these during the pre-show.
This is still the most beautiful moment of building a rivalry. Like, this is a fucking masterclass of what rivalry should be.
It was.
And that is
it was.
all
It was
on
very
Seth
good.
Rollins.
Definitely very raw. And was one of the early moments of, hey, Triple H is going to change things up and make things a little more real.
But this is just one example, though. I mean, and to why Seth Rollins matches are always like those must-see matches for a premium live event. The way Seth Rollins has the ability to build the storyline.
Now let
let
me ask.
I don't know.
Let me ask you this. Obviously, Rollins had he lost the 3 matches to Cody Rhodes, but he did beat Riddle in their last match. What do you think? What do you think happens here? Who do you think gets the win? Riddle or Rollins?
This is Riddle's match, you know?
And we've seen how
And
Rollins can overcome a loss. A loss means nothing to him. He can keep his heat.
Yeah, this is built up to be Rollins' match, but at the same time, though, I could see Rollins going over.
Ian
Holy shit!
Ian Tube just said, "I just thought, what if the White Rabbit is Omega and the Bucks or CM Punk? There's no chance for either one, but I mean, don't get me wrong.
But you know who's possibly?
I would freak the fuck out. CM Punk is. I'm a big mark for Punk. I don't care all that much about the Elite.
You know, I
think they kind of suck, but
you know who else I just thought could be the White Rabbit?
Yeah. Who? Who? Don't tell me you just froze the fuck up right there. You froze at the perfect time. Let me try to attempt to get Tony back here. All right, Tony should be back in just a minute. He couldn't have lost connection with the Skype at a more perfect time. You see the image right there to my left, screen left. Like, who could be the White Rabbit? Perfect timing. Tony says his computer is frozen. Well, I think Tony might have to restart his computer entirely. Let me bring this back to the match it was. But where am I missing? Oh, there it is. I have to grab some more to drink and hit the bathroom real quick before this match gets started. So I am going to go to this close-up of Tony's frozen face, and I'll be right back.
And I'm back.
Sorry, I had to step away.
It's all good, man. I just got back in. Loving this whole Seth Rollins RVD look. He even did the whole fucking show thing at the top of the
Did he?
ramp. That was cool
I
to
missed
see.
it.
Yep.
Because they were doing the entrances when I was still trying to get you connected, so I was off the stream. And
His vest was very heavily RVD influenced, so is his hair.
I see that, yeah.
Oh, so are the boots. I just realized the boots.
Alright, so we're definitely going past 11, probably past 11:15. We're at 10:48 right now, so... So, when you froze, you were talking about, and let me cut back to the two of us, you were talking about, you literally said, and looked over towards me, and said, you know who I think, you know who might be the right White Rabbit? And then you froze. What were you about to say?
Take it all away. Take it all away. Take my freedom. Oh no, you have my name. Cody Rhodes.
I hope not. I don't want a supernatural kind of gimmick to be on Cody Rhodes, but
You don't want Cody Rhodes to be more Homelander than he already is?
no, I want Cody Rhodes. Ooh.
They brought something up during the entrances that's going to be
Jesus,
really
DC just
interesting.
really threw Riddle into that cage.
Well, they brought something up during the entrances that I didn't think about. Kind of forgot about it. They brought up how DC's never beat John Jones.
They actually
Riddle's beat
they
John
actually
Jones
brought that
twice.
up during the entrances. Interesting.
Yes, because Riddle's beaten him twice.
Oh wow. Okay.
So is Riddle getting like that mushroom tattoo on his side, like lasered off? No, it's still there. kind of weird how DC stroked his face.
It's kind of fun and interesting how DC actually has like the full referee gear. He's not like cut off shirt or he's even got the earpiece.
Well, let's be honest, DC's not exactly in fight camp shape right now.
Well, no. But you got to imagine, especially in a WWE environment where you can hear nearly everything they're saying in the ring.
Yeah.
Like anything they want Cormier to tell the wrestlers, he's not exactly a pro at telling them discreetly. So
probably because Triple H is in the back feeding him directions of what to do.
More than likely.
By the way, the other thing you missed, Braun Breaker's in the front row now.
Oh, is he?
Mm-hmm.
They're pushing the NXT brand. Maybe we won't. Maybe we will see Nikita in December live.
Maybe.
I gotta think they.
Also,
I gotta think they. I gotta think they won't bring Nikita up until she's at least been NXT champion, women's champ.
Yeah.
So.
Unless they need to absolutely add some depth to that women's roster.
And I don't think they do right now. I really don't.
The other, the other interesting aspect is with Braun Breaker being in the front row, it kind of points towards the White Rabbit being Joe Gacy.
I don't think that has any meaning, but I mean, hey, who knows? Yeah, and there's the RVD right there. All right. You gotta be watching him. Come on, DC. Riddle is the real deal as opposed to what Corey Graves. I don't like that.
Well, a fight pit match is assimilate to
Well,
UFC.
no,
where
I
Riddle
get
comes
that,
from.
but still. Oh no, Riddle. Yeah, this is wrestling, but Riddle's the real deal here. Yeah, no. Did he just bounce off the cage with no ropes?
Yep.
I think that was a habit.
No, if you watch UFC fights, that does tend to happen from time to time.
I'll be honest with you though, I didn't even notice until that moment that there are no ropes.
Yeah, the way this guy came up in NXT, it's a playoff of GCW Bloodsport back when it was Matt Riddle's Bloodsport.
Right.
Just they added a cage to it.
I hate that. There's no reason as a heel you should be getting the fans to chant for you in any way whatsoever.
This is a bad spot.
Okay, Cole. I don't think it'd be wise either. Boy, they got that gimbal cam all the way up there, huh? Did they extend that arm? All right, nice.
Yeah, you notice how Seth kind of cut that short on that
Yeah.
throw. I don't think they really trust those fences up
No.
there.
Even though they honestly look like they are really well put together.
Listen, I know there's a difference between Redneck Johnny putting up a chain link fence and a WWE props department, but I've seen those fences fail too many times. So
And Deez is like, there ain't no way I'm going up there to count them. Come on. I'm too fat to be climbing that right now. It's got to be in the ring. Yeah, okay. You stomp up there?
oh.
That's an LED floor on the top of that. I didn't realize that was light. But yeah. Wow.
Tell you what, that RKO was vicarious. I thought something else was going to happen with that.
Are we going to get a splash or something here? Yep. Ooh! 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 No, that was stiff the way he landed. No.
That's a broken tailbone.
That was stiff on Seth too. Ooh, no. Maybe it wasn't as stiff on top of Seth as I thought, but Jesus.
No. No, he definitely hit the mat. Oh. His tailbone is fucked.
Rampage. What? Oh, wow.
Oh. Just watch that replay back, dude.
Oh, man. It actually might have been the perfect landing, as much as I said it was stiff. Like, it was kind of equal on his ass and on Seth. Like, but damn.
They were better off just doing a fucking frog splash on that
Yeah.
one, I think.
No white. I was gonna say they had the copyright logo.
On. Hold up.
Are we on the air, guys? Michael Cole? There he is. That's great. That's Wyndham's voice.
Alrighty then.
Cage is already up. Could I be right, though? It's just a reveal of who the White Rabbit is. Even if he's there and he makes an appearance, he doesn't actually do anything.
Don't ruin this for me, okay? Huskus is big boy.
All right, that's a little creepy.
Rabbit. The witch. Oh, that's fucking horrifying. Oh! It's the Fiend mask.
Not quite, but that's the Fiend. But they let it go out of focus.
Because it wasn't him.
Buzzard?
No, this
Yeah.
is the Firefly Funhouse.
Again, just a video package, though.
I've never been so fucking happy. Fucking perfect. Absolutely beautiful.
Cut the feed. Is that the end of the pay-per-view? Nope. Lantern. Fucking Philly.
In the words of Rafiki, the king has returned.
I love it because that wasn't the Fiend. That was Bray Wyatt. That was the old cult leader Bray Wyatt. Because I know people love the Fiend, but I always thought cult leader Bray Wyatt was better than the Fiend. Like, and this is me sort of personally. Like, I always prefer the more real to the supernatural stuff. But that was great.
I thought the Fiend was great until it was ruined, and it was ruined in one match: Hell in a Cell versus Seth Rollins.
There are a lot of different points where you could say, "Oh, the Fiend was ruined." Let's be honest. If they brought the Fiend back right there, if it was the Fiend, we'd all still be just as excited and happy. So the Fiend wasn't ruined,
absolutely.
But just personal preference. I don't like the supernatural as much as I like the creepy, and that's where I think the cult leader Bray was better than the Fiend Bray. And it seems a little bit like we're going back to a version of cult leader Bray. And I think I was still correct in that it wasn't. I mean, yeah, he was there, and they had a little door in the stage, and he was on the stage, but it was just a reveal. He didn't get involved in anything. It was, hey, this is who the White Rabbit is. Now we won't see him again until probably Survivor Series, maybe Crown Jewel, but my guess would be Survivor Series. When he actually has a match or gets involved somehow.
The other thing I'd like to point out how interesting it is, because we're watching this Cody Rhodes thing right now, right? I think it's very interesting WWE allowing their performers to now use their personal logos that they've used and made. We know that logo they went off the air with is the logo that Wyndham Rotunda had made. He unveiled it on his Twitter account. It was to be something in case he did go to a different place, and they're going to let him use it in WWE, which I think is amazing. You know, Cody, he comes back with the whole Nightmare Family logo and everything like that. Like, it's exciting.
Yeah. All right, let's go through some of these matches real quick for a quick pay-per-view review. Let me bring up. Actually, I can hit this button. So let's start with this match right here. The Brawling Brutes versus the Imperium. I love this match. It was a hot open, very brutal, and basically what we thought would happen happened. The Brawling Brutes and Sheamus came on top in a match where obviously the title was not on the line. What did you think of this first match?
Give me that match a million times over. I absolutely loved it. I'm a fan of hard-hitting matches. Even if the shillelaghs and everything weren't involved, that match still would have been plenty brutal enough. Amazing match, amazing story that they told in the ring. That may have been... It's a strong contender for my favorite match.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with that. For a match that had 6 people in it, that follows 2 one-on-one matches between Sheamus and Gunther that were all-time classics in many ways. At least modern favorites, it's kind of a minor miracle that it was able to follow those two matches and still be this good and this brutal and this hardcore for a WWE match. It was absolutely fantastic. It was really good, and I'm not a fan of multi-man matches like this, but it was really, really good for sure. I got to give it to it there. The next match we'll go ahead and talk about Karrion Kross with Scarlett Boudreaux and Drew McIntyre. We had Karrion Kross come out on top after a lot of interference with Scarlett. What did you think of this match?
You know, I don't know why I was expecting more from this match, but I still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
The cool thing for me was I've never seen Drew McIntyre since he's returned. Since he's come back from his ICW and his Impact run. I've never seen him come back, like, dominated so much in a match. And you still get the heat on Karrion Kross because of Scarlett. It was good, just for whatever reason. I was expecting it to be so much different.
Yeah, and this was like the third match on the card of a 6-match card. It was maybe my least favorite match of the night. And not to say that it was bad, which is, first off, telling for how good the card was, I think, and how good each match was. Excuse me. But I think the fact that it was a strap match and just how exciting each of the other matches were on the card sort of hurt this one. This was definitely the victim, I think, of the fact that, you know, it's the Extreme Rules pay-per-view, and every match has to have a gimmick, and this was kind of the maybe the crappy gimmick, if you could say that. And you know, okay, but I liked Scarlett Boudreaux in this for sure, and you know, it was not a match that was bad by any stretch. It was just of everything else that happened tonight. Okay.
Hey, Bobby, not to cut you off. I hate to cut this short. I gotta run.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll finish our review at another time. That means I will end this show right now. That was it. Ian, thank you for joining us. I'm glad you enjoyed the show. I hope you did anyway. And everyone else, give a like to this video. Subscribe if you enjoyed it. And we will see you next week for episode 21 of the Buckle Bomb Show. Have a good day.
The preceding announcement has been paid for by Bomb Media Production.